What is the Wattcher? The Wattcher is a Zigbee-based resource monitoring and controlling system. It allows the user to monitor multiple sensors placed in various locations within an office or home environment. The Wattcher focuses on electric power consumption but is not limited to resource monitoring, such as water, gas, or power, and supports a wide range of different sensors.
What we set out to do with the Wattcher is create a general network that combines a bunch of sensors to one central location from which their data can be monitored, controlled, and stored. Over here we have one of the PM nodes. Its main purpose is to collect and save data samples at a user-defined interval. It can collect data from up to 3 sensors on each node, and it keeps track of the date and time of each sample. It powers itself from a 120 volt standard outlet and displays real-time power use or memory use on this LED display in front. It also wirelessly transmits data back to the base station. To get this to function, we use an energy measuring IC by Microchip, and it converts power use into pulse width modulation, which we capture on this microcontroller. We use the Serabot MX4 CK by Digilent. It has a 32-bit Microchip microcontroller on it. And as a transceiver, we use an XB radio. It transmits at 2.4 gigahertz, uses Zigbee protocol, and a 9600 baud rate. So now I'll give a demo of how to use this. On the back here we have 2 sensor inputs, a 3.3 volt out, and a 5 volt in. So as a demo here, we have a PM node hooked up to a microwave. And as you can see on the display there, I open up the door and then it displays one light, showing that there's some power use. Now if I turn on the microwave, you'll see that power use display go up. And right now it's saving this data onto the internal memory, and it's going to hold it until the base station asks it to transmit all of its data over.
So here we have the software application that controls the base station. The software application used was LabVIEW, and this is where PM nodes are added or removed from the network. This software application also controls the individual control settings on each PM node, and it also initiates all communications within the network. So here you can see we have our node that we just went over, entered in the network, and we're going to collect some data from it. As you see, we're collecting data right now. Now we're parsing it. Parsing was complete, and we're sending an acknowledgement saying delete your data because the transmission was successful. Here we have our GUI. This is where the user will look at all the data that they have collected. As you can see, we have 4 drop-down menus. Here you can select which node you would like to view the data from, and then the month and year drop-down menus will be dependent on which node you select. Here's where you select which sensor you would like to use. As you can see, any sensor you put in the network will appear here. So we have power selected. We were just measuring the power usage of a microwave, so let's see what we got. Alright, so this spike tops out at around 1300 watts, and this was when the microwave was on at its peak. And then you can also see that it dropped off at one point and was recording 0. And there you have it. That's the Wattcher.